It's an exciting time for Mortal Kombat fans as the new Mortal Kombat movie just released yesterday. Now, I have been a Mortal Kombat fan and player since the age of 5, so you better believe I was in the theater watching.
And I have to say, I was absolutely blown away. So I'll cut to the chase and talk about everything that Mortal Kombat 2 did right. I am not going to go over every little detail, but rather I will be discussing some major highlights that stuck out to me as I watched the film yesterday. Also, this video will obviously contain spoilers for the new movie, so if you are here and haven't seen it yet, first of all, why did you click this video? And second, spoilers incoming now, so click away. Number 1, they killed off Cole. Now, I know that sounds a little morbid, but it is Mortal Kombat after all, and let's face it, nobody really cared about him anyway. I actually rewatched MK1 again right before going to see this new movie, and I hadn't seen it since its release in 2021. Cole really was pretty unnecessary, and with the plethora of over 100 characters already existing in the franchise, did we really need some new guy that nobody would have any enthusiasm seeing in a movie about a game series that is over 3 decades old? I didn't think so. I'm assuming what happened is that they were aware of the controversy about Cole's existence in the first film, actually had the guts to listen to their fans, and then killed him off. Additionally, it raised the stakes in the movie, showing that not everyone has plot armor and people will be dying, especially if they are willing to kill the protagonist they created for the first movie pretty early into the second one. I think this was a fantastic choice because yes, many characters did die. I was quite literally on the edge of my seat the whole time, and the way my jaw dropped when Shao Kahn's hammer came down on Cole's face. The whole theater gasped, to be honest. We also lost Jax and Liu Kang, which had quite the impact. Number 2, camera angles. Like, holy crap, they set up at least 2 fights with the same camera angles that the fights begin with in the games, with the wide shot showing both characters stanced up and ready. It looked incredible. And this leads me to number 3, the maps. The movie featured the iconic Deadpool with the stage fatality hook and everything. I totally freaked out when I saw it, and it's even where they killed off Cole. I was hoping that after Shao Kahn put him in the acid, his skeleton would come back up on the hook, but maybe that would have been a little on the nose. In addition to the Deadpool, the movie had the Tarkatan War Camp from MKII, which looked incredible, and the portal stage, with the changing colors during the Liu Kang and Kung Lao fight. According to a Games Radar article, producer Todd Garner had said, "This time, we really wanted to make sure that we went to all the different realms that people know." As opposed to the first movie with a lot of fights happening in a dusty pit. And wow, they delivered. I do know also that in the first movie they did have the pit map, but this one was just incredible. Number 4, they took themselves more seriously. The 1995 Mortal Kombat movie does well in the sense that it established its atmosphere and stuck with it. It was serious in the sense that the characters understood what was at stake, and accepted what they had to do, with Johnny being the comic relief in a way that felt natural. The 2021 movie does not succeed at this, especially with the insertion of Cole Young, which takes you out of the Mortal Kombat setting. They didn't need a regular human character to be introduced to the concept of Mortal Kombat and Outworld, because the regular human characters of Sonya, Johnny, and Jax already exist. Their introduction is done well in the 1995 movie. It is also a little off-putting that in the first movie, Sonya knows everything already and info dumps on Cole for a couple minutes while he's just standing there like... The first movie can be described as campy or Marvel-esque in its attempted humor, which is totally fine in a movie, but mixed in with the gore and the seriousness of everyone from Outworld's side of things, and the conflict between Hanzo and Bihan, it doesn't mesh very well together. You either lean into the campiness or lean into the seriousness. Mixing these does not work. The second movie takes itself more seriously, especially with the introduction of Edenia and the stakes that they have with the tournament. Now, this isn't a completely fair argument as Edenia is a fictional world and Mortal Kombat is a fictional concept, so merging those two is easier than merging modern day with said fictional concept, but the way they introduced Johnny Cage felt natural. He was at a convention and Raiden appears to be just another cosplayer, then he shoots lightning and Johnny begins listening more closely, says F this when he realizes he could die, then leaves. He gets sucked into the tournament anyway, but Johnny reacts in a way that any one of us probably would. His ego and character are portrayed perfectly, and even his interactions with Baraka and the Tarkatans is fantastic. Number 5. Character moves. I don't have to go into too much detail here. Shao Kahn's freaking shoulder charge that infuriates me every time I play MK9. Perfect. Johnny Cage's green kick move? Perfect. Kitana's fatality on Shao Kahn, Jax's ground pound, Kung Lao's teleportation? I love. Number 6. The Revenants are done well. Between Kung Lao and Sindel, and even the explanation for why Kano doesn't look like a corpse, the Revenants were a great touch. Even how they incorporated Quan Chi's magic in resurrecting them. I'm interested to see what the likely MK3 will hold, with the second movie ending with Quan Chi being captured by the good guys to resurrect their friends, which is a questionable choice. Wrapping it up with number 7, small details. Kitana being chained up similar to her chained along with Scarlet at Shao Kahn's throne in MK9. Scorpion saying vengeance will be mine, like his MK9 fight intro. Get over here obviously sounding great as well. Noob Saibot's design and his sickle from MK11, which by the way, so many of the costumes seem to be inspired by MK11 designs, which is fantastic because those designs are so good. All in all, MK2 was amazing. My only complaint is that there is no Kuai Liang, and it seems that they went with the Sub-Zero killed Scorpion's family route instead of it all being orchestrated by Quan Chi, the canon way, but I suppose I can let this one slide. By the way, I am Team Sub-Zero as in the Kuai Liang Sub-Zero. I also really appreciate Kitana being portrayed as a main character and her ascension to queenship at the end. Kitana has been my favorite ever since I was a child, and I'm actually working on a cosplay for her MKX design, which I'm very excited to have complete. What was your favorite part of the movie? What are some things you wish to see? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you for watching. Until next time.